from that last series just because of the position you end up ready to go for the kneeling series. So if you're trying to connect things, it's a nice way to do it. So here I'm going to start, I try and get I leave the bar at 6. Usually that's pretty much okay for everybody. And I try and keep my knees underneath my ASIS hip bone, right? Not my widest hip bone, my ASIS. So that's where I line up. And then I try and keep the feet not together, but also in line with that whole system, right? So I'm not doing anything weird like that, or I'm trying to stay up. And then we have a lat pull, so I'm going to just stay up tall, exhaling, pulling back. So I'm trying to activate back here, which you can probably see through 5 layers, right? So pulling back here, right? Not here. This is what we see all the time, right? So pulling down into the floor, arms straight, elbows straight, reaching long. Wrists are over, I'm not even really gripping the bar. So my favorite grip is to have my thumb on the outside and my hand over. So I'm pulling down here and slowly releasing. Yeah, pulling down. That flat pull. Tricep press is here, right? Elbows up tight at the side, shoulders down, tricep press. Wrist stays with my hands. I'm hardly gripping the bar, right? Okay, so that's lats and triceps, and I'll show you the standing when we get to standing. Thigh stretch is kind of fun. You want to scoot back, right? And again, really important that I stay in good alignment with my hips and knees. And if people do this not well, they will feel compression in the knees. So I usually tell them to start very small. So I'm going to start with a very small hinge, right? And then if they feel okay, they can work their way deeper into it, right? So the lift from this comes from back here. That's how I get up. If I don't do anything back here, I'm gonna really feel compression. So I'm gonna go down, and I feel like I'm really lifting up, and then I feel pretty light. So I can take it way down and up, right? So that's flat back, and then there's arch back, right? Open, head down, find that neutral, and come back up, right? So like on the water skier is most similar to. And then we can go to cat. So original cat is just up here. I'm going to pull the bar, run it down my body, tuck my chin, follow it along the floor. Open up into a stretch. Take a breath in, big exhale. Rounding the body back up. My arms stay straight. I stack right back up here. So that's the hardest part to get right, is that people always want to bend on the way back up. So here I'm going to bend, run it down my body, come forward with it. Enjoy that stretch moment. I'm not holding anything in, I'm just stretching. Take a breath in, exhale. Arms stay straight, stack back up, and reach forward. Okay, and then I can put it together with my thigh stretch. So I'm going to go back, pull, run it down my body, reach it forward, and release. Take a breath in, exhale. I'm rolling backwards all the way to that thigh stretch and pick myself back up. Right? So one more time. Going back, down, around, and release with a stretch. Take a deep breath in, exhale. Rolling back, lift into the glutes, and come up. Right? So that's kneeling series, all of them. So maybe I'm going to show you the standing series too. So here, I'm going to take my springs up. So here it's between 8 and 10, depending on the height of the person. I kind of keep them around 9, 8 or 9. For somebody my size, could be 8 or 9. So then standing, I have, again, nice alignment, right? And I'm going to start with my lats again, right? Then I also have triceps, which I know is out of order on the sheet, but I just show you triceps here. And then from the lats, I have my arabesques, which I also really like, and are pretty hard on this soft floor. So if somebody's having a hard time, you might take them out there on the hard floor. Here I'm going to pull down and kick up, keeping the body straight. Right? Nice and balanced. And then switching. So the body stays, the leg goes with the bar. Right? And the more connected you are here from the side body, the easier that is. Then we can go to arabesque with a hinge. So I move back a little bit. And imagine that my head, the back of my head and the back of this heel are connected. Right? My pivot axis is the standing leg. So here I'm going to again keep that connection going down and coming up. Down and up. Right? Connecting, down. Oops, not very connected. Now you know which side is my weaker side. Down and up.
Is this the seesaw?
Down, yes. And up. Okay? So that is the arabesque. Yeah, the leg kick is when your body's straight. The seesaw is when the body goes all in one piece. And then we have rowing, this one. So I'm going to move back to here, and then I'm going to pull the bar to my chest, right? So here, you want to relax the knees a little bit. Try not to have them lean back like this and just pull, right? Try to have them stay up there. A little relaxed in the knees, so I'm really controlling. The weight shifts towards the toes, trying to pull the shoulder blades on my back. Right? Then I can flip my hands. I need to come a little bit closer and I can bicep curl. So the bar, I tell them to, ideally the arms are parallel with the floor and the bar is coming to my forehead. That's the best. If they can't do that, the modified version would be here and curling towards them here. Right? It's not as much work on the biceps and definitely not as much work on the arms because you don't have to hold them up. But if they can't do the other one and without doing this, right? I'd rather them do this than be here like this, right? Yeah. Unless they can do it properly. So that is bicep curl, and then Pilates squat. So here's our squats, Sarah. And let's see, we have squat and regular squat, squat and second Pilates. The regular squat, I'm going to move back quite a bit, and I'm going to sit down. And when I sit, I want to sit so that my tail is out and my shoulders are over my tail. So as if I had a wall behind me. My heels are digging in. That's what keeps me off my kneecaps. Right? If I come forward here, I'm going to start compressing my knees. And then my whole posture, this is what you see a lot of with new people doing this. So you want to have them sit back, right? And then slide up that wall behind them and sit back against it again. Right? So everything stays in one line. So I can do this here. I could put a ball in between if I needed to keep stability. So that's probably what I would do for somebody with a knee injury, is have a ball there in between my knees. So that helps them keep parallel. Also activates the medial quad. So somebody who has a weak knee probably needs medial quad strengthening, so they should have a ball. You could put feet and knees together. That would help them activate. So some people will be fine with that. Some people that'll actually, who have tight IT band, that's going to stress the knee. So that's why the ball is sometimes a better option, then you don't have to worry. Right? So we have that. Can somebody tell me what's next? What is in second?
Squat in second, squat with ball.
Okay, ball we talked about. Second position, I'm going to come out to here, and I can go down and up. So the fun thing about these squats is that I can really go down and up, right? If they're strong enough, they can go down and tap their butt. You can do that in parallel too, down and up, right, once they get it. So you can really make them work for those. And then we have one leg. So for the one leg, you're going to go down, bring your feet together to go down, hold and lift the leg. Right, if you want to go up and down, you can, or it's just holding. Right, down, lift, up and down, or just hold it where you your leg. There we go.
Squat with rolling arms.
Squat with rolling arms and then squat with bicep. Okay, so squat with rolling arms could be any of the foot positions you want, usually parallel when we start messing with the arms. So I'm going to sit down and pull. Right? And the same thing for my biceps. I would start here, sit down, and curl. And if you notice, I'm quite a bit closer for this one.
Yeah.
And then up. Yep. I think those are all the squats. And then jumping. Jumping is fun. You're going to be back quite a ways, so I'm going to be actually leaning back now, almost at an angle. And then I'm going to bend, the same principle we have on the reformer. So you're coming off the toes when you come up. A nice soft landing is what we care about the most. So it's here, right? And we can connect. And you can do second, right? Or any combination you want. And get them jumping. Focus on the landing, on the jumping. And then we have lunging tricep press, which is facing this way. Right? Coming in to the lunge and pressing upward this way, which is actually a really nice tricep press. And then I usually have them switch feet just to keep it even and do the same amount on this side too. Yeah? Good. Seated series, I'm going to actually put it up as high as I can. It's a little bit actually easier out there, and I have people sitting on the box in front of the Cadillac for these. So I get them seated on a box, which is easier to sit on in good posture than it is to sit on the floor in good posture. And then I get a little more height difference between where they're sitting and the height of the bar. So the bar is actually even higher, which I like.
Could you use the little boxes too?
In here,
Yeah,
you
the
could.
boxes.
The problem is that it's already almost not high enough.
Okay.
So if you sit somebody on the moon box, see if I'm
Yeah.
seated here,
Right.
so two choices generally by sitting. If I sit somebody up on the moon box, I'm even higher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you
And
mean.
so there's almost not enough spring,
Okay.
right? So I can sit long sit, or I can have them sit cross-legged, right, for these. And then one arm lat pull, I'm going to just pull down and slowly up. So it's the underhand grip.
Mhm.
It's a nice exercise, actually. And it's, the same as the push-through bar on the Cadillac, but the underhand version, right? So that's that. And do the other side also. And then we have the chicken wings,
Like a
which is
former.
here.
We have chicken wings on a former.
We do, and we have it here. And so, this one's going. So see, my arms aren't even going all the way straight.
Right.
That's why sitting on a box is hard.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I sort of put it up, or you can go straight legs. Going down. It still feels nice, it's just not as much. You want to be careful with these that the head doesn't go forward,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to take my elbows back, not my head forward. And if they can't get their elbows back, they shouldn't be doing this exercise,
Okay.
right? Because that's not good for the neck. So a lot of physical therapists will not do this extra flat pulls behind the head anymore. These people do this, right? So this has to stay up, the elbows have to go back. Right? And if they don't have that range of motion in their shoulders, they're not doing chicken wings on any apparatus.